Well, welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and I'm excited for the 7-star Decidueye Tera raid already online. 0 UTC. Let's go find the raid and let's see if we can solo it. That's kind of been like the really fun thing, is just finding a strat where you don't have to be reliant on other people and see if you can just hard farm the raids pretty well. So let's get into it. Alright, so because the raid just dropped, we don't have the full details on what Decidueye's moveset is or how it's going to like strategize against us. I just want to bring the Bellibolt I used for Walking Wake, and I want to see if I can make it as simple as possible. Can I just mash A with choice specs on Parabolic Charge? Hopefully it doesn't like Swords Dance and then start one-shotting us or something, and maybe we can just kind of take it out. Also, like, just attack cheer, heal up through everything, and eventually win. We got 32 of those, and we'll terrestrialize as soon as possible, and maybe everything will be fine. So, we have Decidueye the Unrivaled. Let's see what that... Oh, ooh, we're getting some Intimidate in. That's definitely going to help. Doesn't do the first turn? No setup? Did they make these a little easier? They might have made these a little easier because of all the complaints. That makes it even better. So, it's got a low kick that does no damage and charges me. Nullifying stat changes very early on. Now, okay, now he's popping off. Feather Dance does not care about my special attacker, so anyone that thought like a physical strat was going to work with maybe Iron Hands or something, they're in for an unpleasant surprise, but I guess people were complaining too much about just like the cheaty first turn, so then it pops off once you do a little bit. And this actually seems pretty good. Now, yeah, it's just going to spam because the low kick does nothing. The Intimidates help, but I have max hit points. No. Is it max special attack, max defense? Yeah, it's max special attack, max defense. He clears early on, so I guess, like, you can cheer first turn because cheers don't get cleared by that. And maybe, like, a little bit of extra thing. Doesn't, like, you can remove its stats if you need to. The Leaf Blade hurting. That crit also not great. But then we can go for another one of those, get all of our stats, get all of our health back. So it's like, as long as we don't get one shot, we just go back to full, and it's going to be fine. There's the negative effects coming in a little bit in, but you can, like, chip it down. Then there's the energy gathering as well. So you don't, like, I guess it's kind of made to where, like, you don't one-shot it, but it's going to be easier overall. However, that's the Swords Dance. And we saw that crit Leaf Blade actually being scary, so we get like really unlucky on mad crits, could get pretty bad. We're going to see if we can just kind of YOLO through this one. However, there's other ways of like running the Bellibolt that could maybe just work out. Like you can Chilling Water. It doesn't remove all the things, so maybe you do need to go online, just have like, alright, support Chilling Water Pokemon. That doesn't get bodied. Because I think like Gyarados Intimidate still works. So we've only seen the Leaf Blade, which is neutral, and we've seen the low kick, which doesn't really do anything. Parabolic Charge, still chunkin'. Alright. And I think we're just kind of going to watch this one play out. Air Cutter, that's not going to do anything to our Bellibolt. Alright, so it looks like we're finally getting through this one, just coasting right now, so I can make the announcement. New affiliate, Coffee Brand Coffee. Use code Verlisify for 5% off your order. Affiliate link down below. So I got the 2x caffeine, and it's actually insane how much of a difference good coffee makes. That I keep buying, like, you know, the cheap stuff. It's like, oh, but it's so smooth, and it has all of these flavors and stuff, and it just tastes so good. And then it just tastes like burnt dirt every time, no matter, like, how much I try to tweak how I make it or something. So if you actually buy quality coffee, you just get insane returns back on it. And this is some really good stuff. It's, like, I've actually had it, and I've never steered anyone wrong with my sponsorships or anything like that before. I only promote products that I fully support. Man, we can do whatever we want with the balls here. Ooh, Heavy Ball. That'd be kind of neat. That's one of my favorite Pokeballs. That and the Great Ball. So, boom, busting out an Aper Ball for the Decidueye. But yeah, I wouldn't support, like, I actually use the stuff now, and it's really good. So there's my caffeine fix. Been caffeine homeless for a while, and it's just great coffee. And it's so receptive to all of the, any like the flavorings or creams you put into it, and like the creamers and stuff, that it's usually just like, oh, it's not just like adding a small amount of flavor to just very bitter coffee. It's actually like the easiest coffee place coffee I've ever made at home, and it's just good. So if you're already familiar with the brand, use my affiliate link next time in my code maybe. And if you want to try out some new coffee, strongly recommend it. Unfortunately, I just kind of mashed through all the rewards, but you can actually just solo it with the Bella Bolt, and you don't even have to do like cheekiness. You just go choice specs and win. Alright, so let's time skip and let's try that again. Also, we can get a bit more details as to what the Decidueye is actually doing, but it just seems like the Bella Bolt, it works for Walking Wake. Walking Wake already confirmed to be returning, so you should just be making one anyways, and with the really good rewards of a 7-star raid, you get all of that back, and then you can farm it as long as you want. Alright, so we're going for another solo one. We got Staraptor again. That Intimidate probably going to help out. Also, pretty funny because we have another Bella Bolt. So, Discharged, getting that Paralysis in there on top of the super effective hits could be pretty good. And I just want to set up and mash A. So, a non-statted up Leaf Blade is fine. And yeah, it's going to nullify on some kind of like weird setup, I guess, and then do its thing. But yeah, this doesn't matter if you're a special attacker, so just do that. And I'm gonna be mashing the spam on Parabolic Charge as we can go into talking about Decidueye. So you want to build your own strategy. This is what it has: Low Kick, Spirit Shackle, Leaf Blade, Air Cutter, all right, Feather Dance, and then Swords Dance. So a defensive Pokemon, duh. A way of maybe dropping those stats if they start getting out of hand. Feather Dance, don't bring physical attacks. And then the rest you can kind of play around. So, one talk was the Magnezone. I haven't, like, experimented with Magnezone. The event just came out. Bella Bolt's working, so why make another Pokemon if it doesn't work? So, maybe Magnezone struggling with that low kick. Maybe the Shell Bell gets through it. But I feel like if it goes, like, any plus on the Swords Dance into that low kick, it's not going to work solo. Maybe a Magnezone carry that's getting, like, Chilling Water and Intimidate support, or also Feather Dance as well onto the Decidueye might be doing good enough. I'm just going to mash A and see, like, maybe check in every once in a while. Still alive, still making progress. Should also pay attention after 3 turns just to Terastalize. Our health should be full after that. And then really no problems, but it will just start putting out some Swords Dance at some point. Seems just like a small amount of RNG potentially on just if it uses that a lot or not. And then it seems like when the shields proc, that's when it gets its double turn. But none of that really mattering too much. So when I finally get my turn, then once that goes up, that's when you want to use Acid Spray. There's the Swords Dance. So it has like a little bit of spooky phase, but if you just like persevere through that, you're fine. So yeah, that's why this Pokemon is working so well. And then we can look at the Bella Bolt. So if somehow you're just not doing as successful with just like choice specs, Parabolic Charge spam, like, do you need the Life Orb damage is kind of my question, because you have the Acid Spray. So that's kind of what you want to do. You want to use Chilling Water to keep its attack down. You can Acid Spray to then just effectively double your damage, so there could be points where the Acid Spray is also just like fine over the choice specs. I just like how simple and easy this is and not like managing anything. Like 1 or 2 Acid Spray turns into an insane amount of damage. Also pretty good to use the Acid Spray while, I don't know, maybe like the shields then, because then it's going to cleanse. But once it puts up that shield, you can Acid Spray after that, and then with your Tera damage, it's still going to be a lot. And then, like, yeah, Parabolic Charge just heals you, and you should be tanky enough to be fine through some of that. Don't know what item in that case, like the Life Orb for damage, but maybe that extra chip into a crit could feel pretty bad. I don't know, to be honest. Oof, that Leaf Blade hurtin'. Now we're going to get that charged power. We're going to go Parabolic Charge with our Terastallization, even through all those shield shenanigans. That's not going to be enough to like heal us to full, though. So, oh, maybe it does. Never mind. I was about to say, like, oh, it looks like this one's hurting us a bit more. How's that Spirit Shackle? We got some sting here. And it does seem to be taking the occasional double turn. That was Leaf Blade. I respond with Parabolic. Yeah, it's getting some double turns, but then just like RNG on what it uses or not. And that should do it. All right, so let's actually take a look at the rewards, see how big they are. A few minutes spam, effectively AFK on just A mashing. Like, you either get unlucky and fail it, or you get, seems like, just a good chance at mashing A and getting it as long as you get your Tera timing down at the right time. 6 large candies, 4 extra large candies, protein, calcium, an insane amount of flying Tera shards. You love to see it, especially because, wow, and then we actually got the bonus 10. So we got 40 flying Tera shards for that one raid. Actually nuts. This could just be the best farming Tera raid, and I want to put a lot of time into that for sure. Flying is a very, like, it's so far, I'd like the 7-star raids, the most usable Tera shards that you could get, because everything's going like Tera flying because like fissure, and it's also just like a really good Tera type to have. So yeah, you want to stock up on the flying for this. It actually kind of makes me feel bad that there's not enough events to where it's like, oh, I need some other Tera types right now, because that is the worst part of making a competitive Pokemon legit. Star piece, touch of money, I guess that kind of helps out, and then a lot of candies. Like, we almost got a level 100 Pokemon with 6 extra large candies, and then how many? Like 17 large? 20? I don't know. We got an insane amount, and then some competitive stuff. So yeah, like, you definitely get your level 100 investment into the Bellibolt back, and then you can just take it online as well if you need to. And this is insane farming. As for the other Bellibolt, like, maybe a Ganlon berry, because your stats aren't going to be reduced, and there's probably a good chance you get knocked pretty low as you're setting up. So like, you survive, now you're extra tanky for effectively the rest of the fight, and then that just kind of like combos into your other stuff. Could go Magnet for no drawback, could go Bright Powder for a touch of RNG, but again, that's the non-specs set. And if you wanted to see the exact Bellibolt, even though I said what EVs I'm running on this Pokemon, we can check out the summary, and that will be it. Max special attack, max defense. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.